Yo, what's going on, man? Today is November the 20th, 2023. It's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show. I'm live on Twitter. I'm also live on YouTube as well. Do me a favor as you guys join, hit the like button for me, show the show some love. I took the weekend off because I just had a lot of stuff going on, but it was a pretty successful week. I took Saturday off, and I'll just jump right into the recap. I took Saturday off just because I had a lot going on. I capped the card on Friday night, didn't really like a lot of the spots, so just kind of passed on the Saturday card. And then on Sunday or yesterday, we did go 7-3 in the YouTube membership. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to everybody that's paying the $5.99 a month for the plays. I'm not gonna lie, I tweeted it out yesterday. I was a little scared after giving out 10 plays on a Sunday because Sundays can be a little spooky, but we made almost 4 units yesterday, and you got to be thankful for that. So 7-3 yesterday, up 3.72 units, which brings us to, I think, about 22 units on the season, 24 units, something like that. Overall, we're in the positive on the season. So looking to kind of keep that going. As always, I'll be honest with you guys up front. Not a lot that I like on the slate today. I was capping these games last night, maybe around like 9 o'clock. And I was kind of looking at the spots for all these teams, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not a lot that I like today either. So hopefully we can talk it out. You know, maybe somebody can tell me some spots. I do got some spots. I got a short list, and I'll tell you guys what I'm looking at each game. But I have not made a bet all day. So I know my members probably looking like, yo, Chris, what are the plays? And as you guys know, if I don't see something that I absolutely love, I'm not giving plays just to give them. Like, I'm not in the business of just making plays so I can feel like I got a bet in. Like I watched the games on Saturday and it felt good, like not having to sweat. My anxiety was low. I'm cool with that. Like if I don't have time to cap the games, if I don't see something that I absolutely love, I'm not giving it out. So, crazy how you can like 10 plays in one day and then, not feel as comfortable or as confident in the card the next day, even when you got so many games. So I'll give you guys my short list and I'll pull my notes up and we'll go ahead and get started. But like I said, if you guys join late, hit the like button for me. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you like, you can turn the notification bell on as well so you do know when I go live. Let's jump right into it. We got a lot of games to get to. And I'm excited to do it as always. So let's get to it. First game up. Let me see. Make sure I got the banners on here. Yeah, first game up, we'll go. I think it's a couple games that come on at the same time. We'll go Celtics and the Hornets. So this game opened at 9.5 in favor of the Celtics. And I'm missing my. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I pull up, that I get my live eye screen up just so I can make sure the number has been corrected. So this game for the Celtics, not the greatest spot for them. They'll be on the road. They'll be on the road today again. Yesterday they almost lost to a shorthanded Memphis Grizzlies team. I was on Boston in that spot because Memphis was in a really, really bad travel spot, having to come back from down 19 against the San Antonio Spurs on Saturday. So for the Celtics, not the greatest spot. This line is coming down, which is crazy that people are thinking that the Hornets go actually, cover a game. The total did go up. It's open at 232.5. It's up to 234. This spread is now down to 8.5. Looks like it's the consensus. So let me tell you guys what I got in my notes. So injury report. The Celtics did rule a couple guys out. Just to update, make sure I get it for you guys. So Al Horford got ruled out and Derek White both got ruled out. So that means Sam Hauser is going to start. Porzingis will be at center. Tatum will play the 4. Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday will play point guard and shooting guard. Jaylen Brown looked terrible yesterday. I want to say he shot like 1 for 8, 1 for 9 from 3. But the Charlotte Hornets can be chicken noodle soup, right? Shout out to my guy Dream. Charlotte Hornets can really get you right? I think we saw that with the Knicks. I think we saw that with pretty much everybody they played. The Bucks, like they're the worst defensive team in the NBA. So there's no way I want to take points with them, but it does line up for a pretty good spot for them, especially being that Boston had to play down to the wire last night, and they really won the game off of Porzingis' block. So yeah, that was not the greatest showing from them. Could they bounce back today? Absolutely, especially against a poor defense. So let me tell you what I got in my notes. So Nick Richards and Terry Rozier are both ruled out already for the Hornets side of things as well. But Boston, like I said, second leg of a back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, last game of a 4-game road trip before they do host Milwaukee. So potential look-ahead spot on Wednesday for Celtics in this spot. They're just 2-3-2 against the spread on the road. We'll make that 2-4-2 ATS on the road. So this team has been kind of reverting back to the, not as good as they started the season off. They've won 6 in a row versus Charlotte, and they've covered each game as well. So sometimes the team just owns the team, and it does kind of feel like they just own the team. All of that to say, I don't like this game enough to actually play it. Charlotte is 2-5 against the spread at home. This is the 4th game of a 5th game homestand for them. They host the Wizards again on Wednesday, and they are on a 4-game losing streak. Their offense has really, really struggled to score the ball consistently. They've been playing against some pretty good defensive teams, so they really, really struggled. I did lean towards Charlotte. What I wrote in my notes was I leaned towards Charlotte team total to go under. Boston will be tired, but could struggle to score themselves. And I think the total is going to be a tad bit overinflated, just because Charlotte always has a pretty high total. But I think if Boston struggles to score, then Charlotte could also struggle to score. Boston struggling to score will be predicated on them, being in a bad travel spot, not on Charlotte defense at all. Charlotte can't stop anybody. I don't even think they're really trying on the defensive end right now. So I lean towards, I think because Boston offense can struggle, Charlotte offense can also struggle. And this was something that would have cashed last night. Not the Celtics team total over, but Memphis still went under their team total last night. So those are my thoughts on this game. I didn't play anything officially. Let me go through the comment section real quick. Daniel says, happy Monday, bro. Can't wait. Can't listen live, but good luck to everyone today. I appreciate that, Daniel. Best of luck to you as well. Jay Chip says, shout out to you. No, shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you being here. Young Harlow says, hey, bro, how do you think of, I think this is, what do you think of the Bucks money line with Denver money line and Celtics money line? I have been doing the little money line parlays. I haven't really looked at any, into too much significance today, but I do think, eventually the favorite's not always going to win. So one thing I looked at, I think I might have looked at this yesterday or today, and I'll share this on my screen just so you guys can see it. And then we'll get back into capping the card. But this is a pretty good comment, Young Harlow, because these money line parlays have been cashing. They're not always going to cash, which is why I don't play them all the time. And when I play money line parlays, I typically don't give people 3. I typically play 2-team money line parlays, just because adding another team just creates a tad bit too much variance for me. I'm not somebody that like a lot of plays. I like low value, and I like the cash on the plays that I do play. So not a big parlay guy. So real quick on the screen, I'm gonna look at road favorites that are laying at least 7.5 points. So you guys can see here, I'm not endorsing parlays, just so you guys know. But right here, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see here that so far this season, if you're a road favorite and you're projected to win the game by 7.5 points or more, those teams are 13-0 straight up. So they're 7-5-1 against the spread. They're actually covering the large number as well, more times than not, 58%. But like I said, they are 13-0. And you take with that information, do what you want. Do I have a money line parlay put in for the night? Absolutely not. The Celtics last night was the first team to not cover. You can see that here. The Timberwolves also didn't cover against the Pelicans the other night. That's my thoughts there. And I just thought that was pretty interesting. You brought that up, Young Harlow. So hopefully that might help you a little bit. Jay Chip said cashed on Portland under, cashed out on the Kings over. Yeah. So yeah, you remember? Okay. Yeah, you remember. You should have cashed all that. You should have cashed on Portland team total under. We played that yesterday. That was sweat free. And then we also was on the Kings yesterday plus 1.5, and the Kings team total over 122.5. They both cashed pretty easily. I think the Kings scored 123 points in like 3 minutes left. So that was the easy cash, and the plus 1, they ended up blowing out the Dallas Mavericks. So that was an easy cash as well. David says the door to the churches are open. Happy Monday, brother. Last cash. Appreciate you being here, David. Prolific said, what's up, my boy? Hit the like button. Been getting mollywopped lately. You gotta tap in, Prolific. I see your member status gone, so maybe you're not a member anymore. Best of luck to you, though. I hope you cash some tickets, man. Coop says, hey, everybody, hit the like button for Chris, giving out $1 million worth of game almost every day. And I appreciate that, Coop. If the show is helpful for you guys, I do appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me. Sharing the show. Tell your coworkers, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, everybody. Tell them about the show, man. Tell them to tap in. David also says Tatum sneakily goes for 40 at Charlotte every time. That could be it. He only shot 1 3 yesterday. He was 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. And I was just kind of watching for him to take the game over. He had Santi Adamo on him yesterday. He never really did it. I will say that Tatum is, if you watch the games, Tatum is, taking that progression in this game where To me, anyway, it feels like he's not forcing a lot of shots. Like he's trying to, find his teammates. He's trying to look for other players, and especially when he gets double, he looks a little more patient, a little more subtle to me. So that could be it, David. But yeah, Charlotte, one of the worst defenses in the league. So if Tatum goes out and drop 40, really would not surprise me at all. Shout out to my guy Justin for being here. What up to Freeman's in the chat? He said over for the Bucks game. We'll get there in a second. What's up? I need money. Appreciate you being here. He cashed on Durant over 4.5 assists. Lonnie Walker 12.5 points. Sengun over 17.5 yesterday. Went 3-0, looking to keep it going. Absolutely. Absolutely. What up, Devon? Zoned up. Malik, what's going on, my brother? Burns says he likes the Knicks, Warriors, Pelicans. Should all cover tonight. We're going to get there to those games. Rob says that means 8-point dogs due to cash straight up soon. Yeah, that's a fact, Rob. That's why I'm not really on any of that. But yeah, you're gonna see some regression to the mean, absolutely. What's up to my guy, to my lady Ali in the chat? She says happy Monday. Let's cash tonight. Appreciate you being here as always, Ali. Let's jump back into the games. We only got through one. We got a lot more to go, and I'm gonna try to speed up, try to go a little bit faster. So, all right, so next game up, we got the Bucks and the Wizards. Let me just make sure this line hasn't moved. Yeah, 9.5. 10. It's up to 10 now. Some people, really like the Bucks in this spot. And the total that opened at 243 is actually up to 246 as well. So 3 points to the over in this one. We know that the Wizards are trash. Like the Wizards are really, really bad at basketball. I'll tell you guys what I had in my notes. I had So Middleton is probable as far as injury report. Beauchamp is out. I want to say Crowder I know is out, and I don't think anybody of significance is out for Washington Wizards. So for the Bucks, this as far as the head-to-head, they have won the last 3 meetings against the Wizards. Milwaukee is also a third game in 4 nights for them. They won 4 in a row. They've covered 3 straight spreads. 2 of those were on the road. They have a lot of travel that's been going into their situation. They've actually played in a different gym, 11 different cities. They played in 11 different cities in 11 straight games because they keep having a home game, a road game, a road game, a home game, a road game. So they haven't had back-to-back home games in quite some while. They do have potential look-ahead spot against the Boston Celtics on Wednesday. For Washington, 5 straight losses, only 1 cover in those last 5 games. Their offense has been absolutely abysmal. They really struggled to score the ball. So the way I was kind of looking at this game, Bucks first half team total over. The number is a tad bit too high for me though, just because I feel like this is one of those tricky spots, and a lot of the card is like this today, where you get those really inflated numbers. So you don't need the Bucks to score what they typically score in the first half. You need them to score more than that because they're playing against the worst defense. The problem with that assumption is that you need the Wizards to score, and the Wizards might not score. The Bucks defense has been playing a lot better. So the other lean that I had, I'm not playing the Bucks first half team total over. The other lean that I had was the Wizards team total to go under 117.5. This morning last night when I was capping this game, the 117 was only available on BetMGM, and you could get it at a fair -110. And I know people probably thinking like, why not just take the Wizards team total, the Bucks team total to go over? I think that team total is like 126.5. I'm not playing a lot of team totals to go score 127 points. I know it's the Wizards defense. But I don't think that they may be in a spot where they don't even need to score that many points. I know Friday night we were sweating out a Wizards team, a Knicks team total to go over against the same Washington Wizards defense because the Wizards just could stop scoring. They couldn't score the ball. And you look at the Bucks defense, it has gotten better recently over the last 5 games. The Wizards are also 5-0 to the under on their team total in home games, and they've yet to score 118 points in one single home game this season. So I do lean towards the Wizards to go under. I think the Bucks continue to, ramp up on defense, and that's where they've kind of, hung their head over the last few games. Is one of the reasons why they've been actually covering spreads. I'm not looking to back the Wizards in any capacity at all. And as far as props in this game, I hadn't really thought too much about props for today in general, but I think you absolutely got to look at Giannis to go over his rebounds. We was on Mitchell Robinson on Friday, and that didn't cash, but that's just because Mitchell Robinson just doesn't respect my money. And typically if I take him, that's what he does. But, he'll bounce back in the next game. But I think it's a pretty good spot for, as long as it's not a blowout, I think Giannis should go over his rebounds. He should be the guy down there kind of dominating the paint. I don't even know what Giannis rebounds are. I'm pretty sure it's 11.5, probably juice, or 12.5, probably plus money if I had to guess. So those are my thoughts on this game. I didn't really look at too much other other stuff in this game. What's up to my guy Akbar? I'm back to the chat. What's going on, Akbar? Jordan, new member. I appreciate you signing up. Hopefully we can cash some tickets, Jordan. Hopefully we can keep it going. It's been a positive season so far, but every day is his own uphill battle, you know? Like we start with a clean slate every day. Either way, I appreciate you tapping in. Hopefully we can cash some tickets together, my brother. One tap says, is it finally Jordan Poole's day? Bucks give it up a lot to guards. Yeah, I mean, if you're a gambler, I mean, which we all are, I think, it could be a potential good spot for Jordan Poole. The reason why I can't take Jordan Poole, the Ruby Rodeo, whatever her name was supposed to be at the game on Friday. Everybody was on Jordan Poole. Oh, it's a baddie gonna be in the crowd. He going crazy tonight. Not so much, not so fast. Nah, didn't happen. Jordan Poole has really looked like a shell of himself. He has not looked as good as he did in Golden State. I'm not willing to put my money on Jordan Poole before I see it. He does have a really great matchup with Damian Lillard and Malik Beasley in that backcourt, but I can't do it. Best of luck if you do. Not something that I can put my money on though. Zachariah like Beasley's threes and Jordan Poole to go over his turnovers. Could not talk you off. Burns said Jalen Duren is ruled out. Oh, did Jalen Duren just get ruled out? If Jalen Duren got ruled out, I think you could look at Denver team total to go over. And that's actually the next game that we were going to. So let me just confirm that real quick. Appreciate you, Burns, for shouting that out in the chat. Jalen Duren, 3 minutes ago, ruled out. That means that, in my estimation, the Denver Nuggets team total should go up, because I talked about this last week, but Duren on the floor versus off the floor for this Pistons team has been night and day. I know he's only 19, but they got a bunch of 16-year-olds playing defense on this team if we're talking about age. So real quickly, this season, they have an offensive rate. Well, they have a defensive rating of 112 with Duren on the floor. The defensive rating without Duren goes all the way up to 119.5. So right now, I'm looking at Denver team total at 115.5 and minus 116 on Bet365. It's juiced everywhere else. FanDuel, DraftKings has it. You can get a 116 on FanDuel for less juice. BetMGM as well. I think Denver team total. I think Denver should score 120, probably 120 points in this spot. The problem is, I wrote down in my notes, and I haven't even got to the game yet. I really wanted to go back and see what Coach Monty Williams said in the post-game interview, because they got absolutely destroyed yesterday. And I typically don't like fading teams. I like to find the spot where I think a team is going to get destroyed versus, taking a team, after they've been destroyed. Because typically, you're professional, you got pride, you're a man. You don't want it to go down like that. With all that said, the Denver Nuggets are in a pretty vicarious spot. They should absolutely smash this team, especially coming off a loss. But yeah, we'll get into that game in just a second. I'll give you guys the rest of my notes on that one. Jamar Wilson likes Damian Lillard for threes and a win at plus 132. I feel like you should get better odds, but they ain't gonna shoot him. And yeah, they definitely should win the game. That's a nice little PPD, plus 132. Munaf, my guy, what's going on, my brother? He said, hope all is well. Right back at you, Munaf. Hope everything is good with you as well. Zachariah says Giannis triple-double plus 2,000. Little spicy look. Couch change. I actually like that, Zachariah. As long as he plays the game. If people remember, I think it was the game against Washington last year where Giannis threw the ball off the backboard on a fast break layup to try to go get a rebound at the end of the game so he can get a triple-double to pad his stats. I vividly remember that. Ruby Rose is the lady name. That's who it is. I can't keep up, bro. I don't keep up with superstars. I try to keep up with my own self. Coop says, I'd rather bet on Tyus Jones than Poole right now. I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. Vaughn says still supporting the show, but a work change. So I'm not, I think, able to jump on and provide analysis. No worries, Vaughn. No worries, my brother. We're going to be here every day trying to cash some tickets. Raptors fan says he loves Giannis points plus rebounds at 41.5. Even willing to take 42.5, Chris. Okay. I couldn't talk you off if he's needed to play the entire game. We just saw Jalen Brunson go under, I think, in that game on Friday just because they didn't really need him. No, we saw Luka. Luka went under the points prop on last Thursday, because they just got mollywopped. And I think the Bucks offense they got a lot of firepower in that offense, and you're not getting any resistance on the opposite side. So yeah, the points prop and big spreads kind of scares me off, but make sure you play what you love. Play what you love. Jordan says, thanks, Chris. It sounds like it sounds like it sounds pronounced like Jordan. Been with you on Twitter Spaces the past month. Finally tapping into YouTube. Appreciate you and your insight. Absolutely, bro. Appreciate you as well for tapping in and supporting the channel. Vaughn says, I'm not betting on Jordan Poole until he gets a haircut. You might look like you're trying to get dreads, Vaughn. You might be on a 5-year hiatus, my guy. But best of luck, man. Best of luck if you are betting on Poole. One tab says Bilal Kumawale, I think is how you pronounce his last name. I probably butchered his last name. Over 7.5 points. I think that's a good look. He is going to be out there. I do expect him to be out there, probably trying to slow down Damian Lillard. He's the best perimeter defender. I think DeLon Wright got hurt, so he's definitely the best perimeter defender they have. I could see him going over 7.5 points. That might be one of the sneakiest looks on the board today. Burns likes the Bulls. What's up to S. Dot? Freeman says Joker PRA. I think so. I'm probably gonna make a play in the Denver game. I haven't gotten there yet. Probably be Denver in the first half. I know the spread's gonna go up now. Like I said, the Denver team total just moved because when I told you guys it was 115. Now it's 116 everywhere. And it makes a lot of sense. The Denver Nuggets should be able to get whatever it is they want on the offensive and defensive end. This could be a masterclass game tonight. So yeah. Joker PRA for Fremons and J Core 1. I could not talk anybody off Joker triple-double, his points, rebounds, and assists. I just worry that the potential for a blowout there. That Pistons team is really hurt right now. Like, I think that they're going to be better. They got to get Bogdanovich back. They got to get Joe Harris back. They really lack shooting. So you can't everybody can kind of focus in on Cade. They don't have a solid big man that can play down low on the block. So I think they're going to get better, but this is not a great spot for them. So the blowout kind of scares me a little bit. I will tell you guys this as well. Reggie Jackson, revenge game. We know that Reggie Jackson played against Detroit. This actually just came to my mind. We know that he played for Detroit. He typically plays well in Detroit. I want to say he cashed his points prop the last time that they played. He's going to have free reign. We cashed a couple times this season so far playing against the guard that plays against Detroit. We was on DeJounte Murray. DeJounte crushed this same backcourt. Detroit, they play hard. They play the right way. They just young. They're inexperienced, so they're going to turn the ball over. It's going to lead to a lot of points on the opposite side. So that's what you kind of got to be. You got to be on the lookout for. And I think Denver is going to be a little motivated. Like I said, Denver, they've been terrible recently. They are, it is the third game of a 4-game road trip and the third game and they do have 5 straight non-covers and they have back-to-back losses. So I think they motivated in the spot. Detroit, 11 straight losses, second leg of a back-to-back, and it's a home road back-to-back. Third game in 4 nights. They lost by 29 to Toronto last night. And then what I had written in my notes was I wanted to listen to the Detroit post-game interview just to see what they were saying last night, but I didn't get a chance to do that throughout the day today because it was just a pretty hectic day. So in my notes, I wrote down Joker triple-double over his rebounds, definitely over his rebounds now without Duren being in there. And, sneaky look might be, like I said, Reggie Jackson, man. I'd be looking towards Reggie Jackson. All right, so those are my thoughts on this game. I didn't play anything. Denver first half team total sounds like it makes a lot of sense to me, though. And Denver first half against the spread. Whatever that number is, I think they're going to be extremely motivated to go ahead and get this game out the way with. So, yeah, those will be my first looks, and I'll write those down, put them on my short list as well. All right, I'm still going slow. I'm trying to be methodical, but I'm still going slow. All right, so game of the night, man. Let's go Knicks and let's go Timberwolves. I know y'all probably want my thoughts on this game. I'm really excited for this one. This game probably going to be the game I watch from start to finish. This line did open at the Timberwolves laying 2.5 points yesterday. Let me double check that, make sure. I like to make sure I'm accurate with the stuff that I'm giving you guys. Minnesota, yeah, they were laying 2.5. Line went up to 3. And the total opened at 216.5. Is down to 214.5. Spread come down to 2.5. So really, really crazy spot for both of these teams. What I got in my notes: Quentin Grimes, not sure if he's gonna play. Evan Fournier still questionable, I think, as well. Minnesota, I didn't see anything on the injury report. So the Knicks, 5-2-1 against the spread on the road. They've been absolutely covering, dominating teams. 7-2-1 against the spread, which I'm pretty sure is the best ATS record over the last 10 games. 3 straight wins, 3 straight covers. Third game in 4 nights. Travel from East Coast to Midwest. 3 straight covers came from very non-defensive teams. If you go back and look at that, this is the last game of a 5-game road trip for them. They don't play again until they host Miami on Friday. On the Minnesota side of things, and I really wanted to get here with Minnesota. Minnesota's 5-0 against the spread at home. First game back home off a 5-game road trip. They do host Philly on Wednesday. I'm not sure if I wrote that down right or not. And the one thing I looked at for the Timberwolves is they've held each one of their opponents under their team total so far this season when they were in a home game. The Knicks also 3-1 to the under when they're road dogs this season. Their games are staying under by an average of 14 points. So that leads me to either Knicks team total to go under, full game to go under. And I think there's some correlation in this one. So the Timberwolves, not the greatest offensive team, but they play really, really good defense. And their defense kind of, bodes well for their offense. We talked about this the other day. I'm guessing I probably left some money on the table because I said this out loud. I said, we back the Knicks when they're playing against teams that can't play defense, because that's what the Knicks, they thrive against teams that can't. If you can't guard the Knicks and you struggle to guard Julius Randle and he can have a successful game, you're probably going to lose because nobody can really guard Jalen Brunson. When you have big bodies that you can throw at Randle, that's when you typically can slow him down. So looking at you just go back and look at the Knicks last couple games. They crushed Charlotte, beat them 122-108. Charlotte's worst defensive team in the league. They crushed the Wizards, beat them 120-99. Washington also one of the worst defenses in the league. They beat Atlanta, which we were on them in that game. Atlanta, not the greatest defensive team, even in Atlanta. And then, of course, they lose to Boston. Boston, top defensive team over the last 5 games. Their last loss came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they were injured in their game. They also lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. But they beat the Clippers, they beat the Spurs, they beat the Hornets, they beat the Washington Wizards, they beat the Atlanta Hawks. All teams that don't play defense. So a couple things that I looked at in this spot that I haven't really shared yet. I looked at teams that were coming off a 3 road wins in a row, but then they were dogs in their last game before going back home. Those teams don't bode well. I want to say only cash at about 33%. So 66% says you take the Timberwolves on the money line or you just play them on the spread. But I couldn't get there. Like this is a game that I'm probably going to end up live betting. I do think the play is the underdog. I do think the Knicks defense is real. I think that they have the bodies that they can throw at Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns to make life a little bit difficult for them. So I would lean towards the under in this game if I had to make any play. I think under, especially with it coming up, I was actually kind of scared because this total was down from 216 down to 213.5 last night. And I said, man, if I play it right now, it's probably I'm going to wake up in the morning, it's going to be 210. But when I woke up this morning, it was still 213. And then it's actually come up to the over. It's come up now. So I do like this game to go under. I think it's going to be both of these teams play at a pretty slow pace. I think Minnesota's defense is going to slow this Knicks offense down, which has been really, really hot lately, but they haven't really been playing against a good offensive team. So I lean Minnesota, not going to play them, lean the under, may end up getting there with the under at 214.5. But those are my thoughts there. Those are my thoughts on that game. Looks like I don't have that many comments, which is great. Let's see, because that way I can keep going. Vaughn says he likes Caruso over 7.5 points. We'll get there, Vaughn. I haven't got to that game yet. My guy Munoz is on Joker points over 30.5. I like that as well. I'm not even gonna butcher your name, my guy. He says 165 people, 45 likes. Get them likes up. I like that. Get them likes up, man. Listen to my man. Get them likes up. Hit the like button for me if you guys haven't already. Tosin O says, what do you think of Bobby Porter's rebounds coming off the bench against the Wizards? Centerless bench. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Bobby Porter's in a good spot to collect some rebounds today. He'll get some run with that first unit as well. So I think that's a pretty good look. I'm not sure what the number is. Bobby Porter's rebounds probably 5.5, 6.5 maybe. Coming off the bench. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Coop says he went over versus the Clippers. So I like Reggie Jackson points over. Yeah, I like Reggie today, man. I haven't gotten there. I think it's a good look though. The Greg says that he have a revenge game after that loss. We about to get to that game in a second. Munoz says Reggie Jackson is 12 and a half points, 5 straight games. He's going over against the Pistons. That's what I'm talking about right there. I might have to get there and put a little something on Reggie Jackson tonight. He should get, boatload of the minutes at starting point guard position with no Jamal Murray being there. Fremont says, quick question before you dive into what's your thoughts on Monday Night Football? Under. I played the under 45 and a half personal play. I didn't give it out to anybody, but I played the under. Just a very, very strong trend. I think both of these teams, pretty much know each other. I think the defenses will really step up and want to prove themselves against the opposing quarterbacks. I know Patrick Mahomes is off, Andy Reid off a bye and off a loss, and you typically don't want to fade, Patrick Mahomes whenever he's in a meaningful game with a small spread. But the Eagles have looked good, man. That's why I don't want to pick a side. I just played the under. I think it's going to be a slugfest type of a game, even though it's two good offenses. So I think the total was 45 and a half. I played that last week, though. Like I played that like on Tuesday or Wednesday last week. Those are my thoughts on Monday Night Football. Robo says K went public with his frustrations. Denver's coming off the back-to-back. I think it could be closer than what's reflected in the spread. It could be, but who's going to score the ball for them? Like, when you look at that offense, they don't really have a lot of guys that can go out there and really score the ball outside of Cade Cunningham. Who's going to really go out there and get a bucket for this team? We got to remember, Denver's a top 5 defensive team as well. If you couldn't do it against the Raptors, best of luck doing it against Denver. They got a better offense, a better defense. They got the MVP. So, they're just not in a good spot, especially on the second leg of a back-to-back. I think I trust Denver a little bit more on the second leg of a back-to-back, even being on the road. But we'll see how it goes. Key Locks Doors said he likes Harden double-double. Couldn't talk you off there. Chris, do you like the Nuggets first half team total or the full game more? I think I like the full game a tad bit more. Both of these teams could kind of run out of gas, and I'm not sure if that's going to mean that maybe your legs get tired and the offense runs out, or if your legs get tired and the defense runs out in the second half. But I think the Nuggets do what they do in the first half, maybe even the first quarter. We know Jokic has been playing majority of the first quarter. He typically comes out with like 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So Nuggets first quarter, team total over, Nuggets first quarter spread. I think that could be the look. Just not the greatest spot, like I said, for Detroit. Brian likes the Knicks Knicks under 55 in the first quarter for probably the total. I lean there as well with you, Brian. I think that's a good spot. I think if you like the full game under, you kind of look at some of the earlier markets for games to go under as well. It could be 23-22 at the end of the first quarter, easy cash. I like that look, Brian. Like that look a lot. I might write that down, put that on my short list. Tariq says, "What's up, Chris? Just hopped on. T-Wolves for me. And Jokic triple-double. Could not talk you off. Both of those is actually written down on my short list. Best of luck to you tonight, Tariq." Johnny says, "Pelicans big. Ingram A over." Okay. Alex Burke. Yeah, Alex Burke going to need to have a hell of a game tonight, Robo. He's going to have a hell of a game tonight. He's got takes as both teams, slow pace and great defense. That under is a look. Yeah, I like that look a lot. Johnny likes Anthony Edwards over his points, rebounds, and assists over 40. Okay. All right, let's jump back into it. We got a couple more games to get to. So we did Nuggets, Pistons, Celtics, Hornets, Bucks, and the Wizards, Knicks, and the Timberwolves. So we got the Kings and the Pelicans. I'll be honest with you guys. This is the game that I have the least amount of feel. I can't get a feel for the Pelicans. They play good, they play bad. They play good, they play bad. They did get Herb Jones back. So, maybe in this spot, the line does look a little short in their favor because the Kings are just laying 1 point on the road as favorites. This total is 237. I want to say, did the total move at all? I want to say it did not, right? The total did come down to 236. So Kevin Huerter is listed as questionable. Jose Alvarado is supposed to make his season debut tonight. CJ McCollum, of course, is still out. And I think Matt Ryan is going to be out for, I want to say 10 to 14 days is what I saw. So this is the second leg of a back-to-back for the Kings. There's also a third game in 4 nights, a fourth and 6 nights as well. They've won 6 straight and covered 5 spreads in a row. Their starters didn't play, like their starters did reach the 30-minute mark. I think all of them played about 33 minutes, but 33 was the most because Dallas kind of sputtered at the beginning of that fourth quarter, so they didn't have to play as much. late in the game. They were able to kind of ride their bench in the second towards the top part of the fourth quarter. Starters never did come back in. The Pelicans, on the opposite side, this team is off a 1-point loss to the Timberwolves on Saturday. This is the third game in 4 nights as they only got yesterday off. And head-to-head, this is a double revenge spot for the Pelicans as well. I think that Zion should absolutely get what he wants against this Kings defense. But, he was talking about buying in and trusting the process. And like I said, I really just haven't had a chance to really watch the Pelicans play. So I'm not on anything in this game. I think I typically like fading superstars on the, after they're coming off a really good game. So to me, I think that kind of makes me lean towards Sabonis to go under on his points, rebounds, and assists. Just because he played so good yesterday, I want to say he had something and some team rebounds, and he almost had a triple-double. So I think you see a little bit of regression, especially with Valanciunas and a lot bigger bodies that they have that the Dallas Mavericks don't. So those are my thoughts there. In that game, I just wanted to go through that one quickly. Heat and the Bulls, real quick, and then I'll go through the comment section. So Miami is, let me get to my notes. So the line this one is 1.5. Actually come down to 1. I'm sorry, hold on. It's actually flipped now to, not even flip. So it opened 1.5 favor Miami. It's come down to 1. It's still some 1.5s out there as well. Total opened at 210. It's at 209.5. So this is one of those games where I feel like it's a really good bounce back spot for the Miami Heat. Trend wise, the last 4 times that these teams have played each other, those games have all went under the total. For Chicago, this is the third game in 4 nights, and they had to come back from a huge deficit last game. Miami jumped out on them. I think they was winning like 25-1 or 24-1 or something like that. So I do lean towards the under. Like I heavily lean towards the under, just didn't get there yet. And it's based on the trend, right? 2 teams played within a 7-day time frame, and the first game went under, and the total was lower in the second game. Then if the total is lower in the second game, the under is hitting at a 60% clip since the start of the 2018 season. Both of these teams are bottom 7 in pace. Both teams are top 5 in defensive rating over the last 5 games. Chicago is bottom 5 in offensive rating the last 5 games. And then I also lean towards the Bulls as well. I lean towards the Heat as well. Trend wise, there you see a team that's getting a rematch where they lost as a favorite in the last game, and they're seeking same season revenge, playing the same exact team, and they're a road favorite. Those teams are 98-47 straight up, which is 67.6% on the money line. Says that the Heat win this game today. So I do lean towards the Heat. I do lean towards the under. We know that the Bulls defense has been, the Bulls offense has been really, really bad. But I didn't play either one of those. Not 2 teams I'm really invested in or like want to be invested in. Like I hate to have my money tied up saying, oh man, I really need the Heat to win. Do I think they bounce back? They do. I think, I listened to the post-game interviews and they did say that, we kind of let our foot up off the gas because they had a 12-point lead even going into the fourth quarter, and then just really couldn't score the ball anymore. I think they really missed Tyler Hero in that spot, and they're going to be without him again in this spot. They did get Caleb Martin back a couple games ago, so I think this will be his 3rd game back. He was kind of down on himself, saying that he has to play better, has to be able to kind of finish the game, and he took a lot of the onus there. I think, honestly, you get a ball to Bam, right? Bam probably my favorite player prop of the day. I think you get a ball to Bam and you let him work against Vucevic. They were doing that, and that's how they started successfully, but then they kind of got away from it. So looking at Bam, probably on his rebounds, because I think the Bulls going to miss a lot of shots. I like Bam points plus rebounds, Bam on the rebounds, Bam on the points would be my top looks for this game. Also, I think the Heat win the game. Also, I think the game goes under. So those are my thoughts there. 2 more games to get through, but first let me get to the comment section. Let's see. Young Harlow says, like to share a look. I'm taking Peyton Pritchard over assists and over rebounds, plus doing a ladder on both. Okay. Best of luck there, Young Harlow. He should get a lot of usage without Derek White in the rotation today. So I could see that. And he gets a really terrible defense. That's actually a good look. I like that look a lot, Young Harlow. John Bell says, what's your top favorite look tonight? I'm going to add it to my $50 4-legger. I need to know what you're looking at, John. Like you looked for a straight, you looking for a money line, like what you want to add to that. Munov says Sabonis points prop is 21.5. He's played 16 career games versus the Pelicans, has never gone over 21.5 points. That's the stuff I like to see right there, Sabonis under on his points is something that I'm about to write down. As soon as I find my handy dandy pencil. Sabonis under his points, and Bam over his points plus rebounds. Sabonis under points, Bam over points plus rebounds. This is why I like doing the show, man, because sometimes I can just talk it out with y'all. And me talking out loud sometimes creates the play that I like. All right, let me keep going because I got a lot to go. Still got 2 more games to get through. I'm talking too much. Free minds that I see, I've been seeing the beam lit every night here in Sacramento, but not tonight. Pelicans going to eat them tonight. I can see that. Pelicans probably due for a big win. They should have won against the Timberwolves the other day. Vaughn says Caruso over 7.5 points has hit 5 of the last 5, and he averages 7 attempts per game in the last 5. 10 plus is 240. Okay, nice homework there, Vaughn. Good call out on Alex Caruso. Brian likes Miami Bulls, the Miami Heat, and the Chicago Bulls under first quarter and first half. Okay. Fremont said the last Heat and Bulls game was ref by Tom Donaghy. It was pretty shady. I can see that as well. S-Dot likes the Heat to bounce back. His Miami Heat in a trifecta spot. He likes Duncan Robinson over his points, Jimmy over his points, rebounds, and assists, Bam over his rebounds. Okay. S-Dot got the looks. Hobby Noble says he agrees. I agree with Miami in the under. We saw last night with the Jazz and the Suns. That went way under. That went way lower under, and the Jazz should have won on the rematch. I don't know if they should have won though. I was watching that game. They kept it close though. They did keep it close. The game actually went over, I think, because of all those overtimes. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. In regulation, it did go under the 242.5, I think it was. Raptors fan says Duncan Robinson under 15.5 points. What do you think, Chris? I can't take the under just because of how much volume Duncan Robinson could have there, Raptors fan. But best of luck. If you like it, bro, don't let me talk you off. Coop agrees on the Bam look. Tariq says Heat bounced back from Saturday. I agree there. Malik says, what's keeping you off the under for the Bulls game? I definitely see the Bulls getting 98 points tonight. Oh man, nothing really. I just don't like playing super duper low totals. The Miami Heat was involved in the game against the Brooklyn Nets the other day, where they flew over their team total, and them going over their team total by 10 points, and the Chicago Bulls staying under by 5 still gets the total to go under. So maybe you look at the Chicago Bulls team total to go under. So it's just things like that. Every time I take it under, the game goes over. I think I've given out one under so far this season that's cash. And I'm hitting at about 60% right now, and all my unders have actually absolutely lost. So I just, especially with a low total like that, like I tend to kind of stay off. Munov likes Bam points plus rebounds. Okay, I'm gonna play that Bam points plus rebounds though. Snag likes Bam over 21.5, so we got some more love on Bam. Johnny says Ingram over 5.5 assists tonight. Snags on Bam's points. John Bell says, thanks, C. I'll add your Bam rebound prop. It's a 4-leg parlay. Okay. Hey, best of luck on your 4-legger tonight, man. Snagged also says Denver and Bucks first to 10. I don't know. Can you parlay those together, Snag? I wonder if you can. And Fred says, Chris, what's good? I like Sacramento team total under 119. New Orleans been playing defense lately. Yeah, I was looking at that as well. I think New Orleans I agree with you there. I'm not going to talk you off, but to me, the Pelicans just been playing really, really fast, man. I really wanted to kind of look at their under against the Timberwolves the other day, but they've been playing so fast that I couldn't get there. Could not get there. All right, so next game up. We only got 2 games left. We got the Clippers and the Suns. I don't have a lot on this game, so I'll go pretty quickly. 2 teams that, I don't really have a number for them. I think it's pretty, I think it's refreshing to be able to say, you know what, I just don't know how to cap this team. So the spread is 8.5 in favor of the Clippers. Road dogs again as well. It's a lot of road dogs laying a lot of points. Denver on the road laying 8.5. Celtics on the road laying 8.5. Bucks on the road laying 9.5. And the Clippers on the road, laying 8.5. It's a lot of road teams. All these, I don't think all of them gonna cover today, but in this one, the Clippers are, looking like they're finally, trying to gel. They made the move to have Westbrook come off the bench with James Harden playing the point guard position. And the one thing I will say about the Clippers in this spot is this is the worst defense that this will be a chance for them to really, really gel in this spot. I was actually looking towards James Harden assists in this spot probably sometime last week, just because I said, man, I was looking at the Clippers roster and they really had some difficult opponents so far that they've had to play since James Harden joined the team. So you look at this Clippers team, they just had to play against Houston. Houston is top 5 defensive team in the league right now. They played against Denver. Denver is also top 10 in defense in the league. Not sure what happened with the Grizzlies, even though the Grizzlies did hold the Celtics down. So the Grizzlies can kind of fluctuate between being good and bad. They got mollywopped to the Dallas Mavericks. They just couldn't score enough points. And then of course they lost to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn been playing some pretty good defense. They lost to the Knicks. Knicks have also been playing some really good defense. So this should be the game, honestly, where you see this Clipper team have an absolute offense explosion. Like they should absolutely want to come out here and dominate. This could be, potential 2 triple-double type game with the pace that the Spurs are playing at. I think that the Clippers could come out here and get whatever it is that they want. Paul George, Kawhi, Westbrook, James Harden. I think it could be a game where all of them go for 20, or I think it could be a game where Kawhi and PG both go for 25. Harden has, 12 assists. Westbrook has a double-double. Potential 10 and 12 type game. Well, 12 points and 10 assists type game for Westbrook. I think this could be the one. I really, really do. Because the Clippers, the Spurs, the one thing we know about the Spurs, the defense is bottom 3. We cashed on the Kings team total to go over the other day. And even though the Clippers are on the road, I think this is a really good spot for them. Also, Devin Vassell got ruled out in this game. So those are my thoughts on this game. What I had in my notes was the Clippers 0-6 straight up, 1-5 against the spread on the road. But the Spurs just 2-5 to the number at home. They've lost 8 straight, only covered 1 of those last 8. Head-to-head, the Clippers do own the Spurs as well. They're 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread the last 5 games. So I do lean towards the Clippers to go over their team total. I think the number was, let me pull it up real quick. I want to say it was like 118.5 when I last looked at it. Let me see what it is now. 119.5. This does feel like a game where it is juiced to the over. So I think the books know that this should be a Clippers spot where they score, 120 plus in this spot. And real quick, let me just give you guys some numbers to support that. So you look at the Spurs last 5 games, they gave up 120 points to the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies can score 120, then I know this Clippers team can with all the offensive firepower they got. The Kings scored 129. The Oklahoma City Thunder scored 123. The Miami Heat almost scored 120 points. They scored 118. So to me, this does feel like a Clippers spot where they should be able to score the ball. And if they come out slow, I'll be live betting their team total to go over. Those are my thoughts on the game. Not sure who's going to do what for them, but it might be a good game to do a same game parlay and kind of figure out how you want to take those big 4. Last game up, and then I'm gonna get to the comments, and then we'll go through and I'll finalize the card and get some people up to share their looks. Rockets and the Warriors. So yesterday, just kind of reflecting just a tad bit. Yesterday, I was on the Lakers team total to go under 112.5. That cashed pretty easily. The only thing that scared me was potential overtime, and Bron hit a free throw, and then was able to get a stop with no time left on the clock, pretty much, and the Lakers were able to win the game. But we also cashed on the Rockets plus the 5.5. I'm not quite sure why the Lakers were laying so many points in that spot when they haven't been able to cover spreads. But I digress. I got the Lakers right yesterday. Now the Rockets are on the second leg of a back-to-back. They didn't have to travel far from Crypto.com to Golden State. The Golden State Warriors have been absolutely trashed recently. They're 1-6 at home this season. That's 1-6 at home straight up. They also haven't been covering a lot of spreads. I'm interested to know if Steph Curry watched that video that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander posted. He low-key went at Steph's neck. For people who don't know, Shai posted on his Instagram a video, like pretty much the highlights of the game where he blocked Steph's shot. He took Steph on the paint, hit a turnaround against him as well, and had an interesting quote talking about E40 in the title as well. So Golden State should be turned up. The problem that I have here is they're not playing against a team that struggles defensively. This Houston Rockets team can play really good defense. I didn't see this earlier, but Sengun is listed as questionable with a back injury. That would definitely keep me off of this game. And the Golden State Warriors, I listened to the post-game interview when they lost back-to-back, the second one to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they were saying that, well, Steph Curry specifically was saying that, you don't want this bad taste to kind of settle in and, that to kind of take over the locker room. So, and that's something that you can see sometimes with teams. So Golden State's gonna have to stay poised. Am I laying 7.5 with them? Absolutely not. I don't think that they're able to win by margin right now. I think they need Draymond back. I think they got to figure out some stuff. But they are the more rested team in the spot. I think if you like Houston, you play them early. Houston is one of the better first half teams in the league. That was something that I wrote down yesterday as well. They typically play really good basketball early. And with this spread, last night it was 7.5. It come down to 7. I worry about Houston being able to keep up. They are one of the better three-point defensive teams in the league, though. I want to say number 3 defensive team in the league as far as guarding the three. Ime has been doing a really good job of kind of funneling things towards the paint. We know that the Warriors shoot more threes than anybody else in the league. So to me, that kind of things makes me think that if the Houston Rockets were at an equal rest advantage, I'd be taking Houston. I'd be taking them plus the points. But I do think first half is the better play, just because not only are they on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel, but that was a hard-fought game that they lost by 1 point. So the starters were in for the entirety of that game. But like I said, Golden State 1-6 straight up and against the spread at home, just 3-7 in their last 10, back-to-back losses. And like I said, when Steph uses the word desperation, it does kind of make me think that he could potentially go off in this spot. So those are my thoughts on the game. If I had to make a play, it'd probably be Houston first half plus the points, but I didn't play anything in the game. And if Sengun, I wouldn't be doing that without Sengun first and foremost. I would need Sengun ruled in. And I think you do look towards Sengun. I know it's the second leg of a back-to-back, but Sengun is nice. I watched him give AD the business yesterday. And it's not the best travel spot for him. He could be a little fatigued, but we know that the Warriors just give it up to centers. If Chet Holmgren played against the Golden State Warriors, he'd be an all-star. If he played against them every season, every time, every night. Dude's been he absolutely crushed the Warriors all 3 games, had his career high, all that good stuff. And they've struggled against big men throughout the entirety of the season. Before Chet, it was Karl-Anthony Towns who had back-to-back 21-point games. So, those are my thoughts on the game. I like I said, I didn't play anything in that game. Let's go through the comment section, and let me get Cam. You connected, so I'm gonna kick it to you and Stefan real quick. If you guys join late, hit the like button for me. I'm gonna go through these comments real quick, and then we're gonna kick it to a couple of speakers as well. LeGreg says you hit that under team total on the Warriors. Yeah, we did catch that yesterday. ASAP says what we thinking for the chef today. I'm liking over points. I couldn't talk you off taking Steph to go over. I think if he speaks a sense of desperation and Clay comes out there building 2 brick mansions in the Bay, it could be a nice spot for Steph to kind of just take over the game. So I couldn't talk you off. Thug and D says he's playing Paul George Steals. Could not talk you off there. The San Antonio Spurs are top 5 in turnovers. I know that just off memory. Vaughn says Pelicans have allowed 121 points in 5 of their last 8 games. What do you mean? Colin says some Kings fan bias, but since Fox has been back, they're averaging the most points per game in the whole league. How anyone is fading them right now is beyond me. It's a spot play, Colin. You got to know when to play something and when to not play it. And this could be a bad spot for your Kings. I'm not against you, but I'm just saying it could be a bad spot. I don't believe in the Pelicans that much, so I'm off the game. Harden assist line was at 6.5 a lot last week. He went over once last game, and now it's at 7.5. That makes a lot of sense. I think Harden could get a double-double today, though. I do think Harden double-double in the win, if you can find it. I think that's playable for sure. Clippers team total over. That would be the way I would look. I think the Spurs going to struggle. I do think the Spurs going to struggle. I think the Spurs might play fast, and they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So I do like that Clippers team total to go over. I didn't play it, though. Tariq says, Chris, Spurs first quarter, first half, that seems to be their pattern. Yeah, they do come out with a lot of energy early. They came out with a lot of energy early against Sacramento. as well. So couldn't talk you off if you're looking there. John says Sacramento on a horrible travel spot with back-to-back facing a well-rested Pelicans team. I would agree there, John. I agree as well. Fred says Monday football night lean. Every NFL primetime game is going under this year. Lean over 46.5. Just saying. Okay. We're opposite sides there, but we'll see how it plays out. JC Cole says, Chris, can you please give me 20 odds tonight, please? I don't even know what that means, but I don't have 20 plays, if that's what you mean. San Antonio first half spread. I like that a lot, Fred says. Munov says, Warriors -2 in the third quarter. Rockets are -18 net rating in the third quarter, and we know about the Warriors third quarter. That's a really good look if you want to get in pregame, you know. I saw the Rockets kind of they went into halftime of the Laker game last night up by like 7 or 8 points. At the end of the third quarter, they were down like 7 or 8 points. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what are we doing here? So I can see it. And it does kind of fit the situational spot. The Rockets should come out, play hard. They probably want to win the game because, you know, they lost last night. But they should run out of gas in the second half. But then again, the Warriors have been terrible. Like, they should have won the last game in a bounce back spot. Yeah, I can't get there, you know. But I mean, it does seem like a really good look for the third quarter. Tariq says, I'm betting myself for I'm beating myself for not live betting the Hornets yesterday. You could have got a better number. Munov says Clay over 15.5 points. Dude just owns up. Going over this number in 4 straight. Also over 3.5 3-point makes. He's made at least 5 and 4 straight versus Houston. He does own Houston. This is a get right spot for Clay. I can see that as well. You know, that's a pretty good call out there. Exactly a year ago today, Clay dropped 41 and hit 10 for 13 versus the Rockets. I remember that game. I vividly remember that game. ASAP says Sengun rebounds and assists over 14.5. Free money versus the Warriors. Okay. Third quarter can surely win, but Warriors third quarter not as strong as you think. 7-7 straight up this season. Good call out by Vaughn. Okay. All right, let's get to the comments, man. Cam, I think you were up first. So let me go to you, kick it to Stefan, and then we'll get to Godspeed, and then we'll go from there. What's up, Cam? Talk to me. How you doing today, my brother? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just having a hard time trying to solidify this card tonight, man. What you liking for tonight? Talk to me.
I just got to clarify something you said. You said that the Denver Nuggets have a better defense than the Raptors. The defensive rating for both teams is 110. We all here, so like, you know, let's give the Raptors a little respect. The offense, I ain't gonna talk about that. But defense, but yeah, like so on that game though, because it is a weird one when you think about teams that just get blown out. You know, Cade came out and spoke about it or whatnot. But I was at that game, and I don't know who scores the ball. I'll be honest. Like, so I locked in -8.5 last night. I've been finding this line for a little bit off. I don't think that was way off. But I do think now that it's moved to 9 now. Unfortunately, it's moved to 9. But I think when I look at the Pistons right now, go through that lineup, the only player they're adding from the team that faced the Raptors yesterday is Killian Hayes. And he can't shoot either. So who's going to score the ball? Like, it was actually, like, we almost hit our record in points because we had so many possessions. Because it's just like brick after brick and bad shot after bad shot. And it's just a bunch of kids out there with no direction. You got Kevin Knox running around looking like it. And they just, it looked bad. Like, it looked like a completely discombobulated team. And I don't know if you fix that from one dude calling the team out the day that when you're going up against the champs who also I think need to win. So I think I can see the Nuggets ending this fairly early and riding off in the sunset. So I took -8.5 for the Nuggets there. Pretty confidently. I'm not really, you know, you never know, but that's just how I feel after watching it play. It was honestly like real. And then my next play it's back to the Bucks. So I had contemplated, is this the Jordan Poole night? Is this it? But then I listened to you and I'm like, no, he's right. I'm not looking at Jordan Poole. I'm just not doing it. I worked hard for this money. I ain't doing it. So what I'm going to do, though, is I found another spot that you can target the Bucks defense on because it's not just the point guard. The Bucks defense in general is just not good right now. Just in general. They lost too many defensive pieces and Middleton's just still not himself yet. So I took Denny Avdia just to get 15 points at +175. So you can just take his regular line, which is 11.5, and at that it's minus 120, so it's a little juice. But at that line, he's been clearing it basically all season. But if you look through the month of November, he's had 22, 14, 16, 9, 11, 14, 9, 15, 18. And against the Bucks, the last time he played, he put up 17. The player I targeted against them last time was Grant Williams to hit 3 threes, and he did that in the first half against the Bucks. They're giving up 23 points to shoot the small forward position. They're also giving up a lot of free throws, bad field goal percentage, and 3 threes. So I was like, you know what, Denny right now is the best player on that Washington team. And if you're going to target a bad defense, I just wanted to find a different way that goes against the system we've been playing with the point guards. But it still works in theory. I mean, the Bucks have been kind of a cash cow for me to target, so that's how I'm going at that game. So Denny, just 15 points plus 175. But if anybody wants to be safe, take the 11.5 at minus 120 and be comfortable there. So those are just my 2 plays for the night. I'm pretty exposed on the football game, so I'm not going too crazy in the NBA tonight. I will come back and look at the Houston game. If the first game looked good for me, I do agree with you heavily on I think the Rockets, like either first half or full game plus 7.5 is a very good look. The Golden State Warriors I watched that game was dope. It was a great game if anybody saw it. But they burned out at the end of that game too. And the Rockets are a good defensive team, so this is one of those lines where you look at it, it's kind of like the books are setting it at it's like, yeah, Golden State Warriors of old, that's an easy line, right? The Rockets of old, but this new Rockets team is playing real good for Ime Udoka. They got great defenders. Fred VanVleet just got tons of just nightmares. It's like at the end of the day, I've seen him play a lot, and he does a great job against them. So it's saying goods in. I wouldn't lean, and I'll probably post it if I take it because I'm plus 7.5 for that first half. But that's it for me. Good luck to everybody tonight.
Absolutely, Cam. Appreciate you sharing the looks, man. I like your looks a lot, and definitely appreciate you sharing them. Best of luck tonight, my brother. Stephen, talk to me. Your Knicks play basketball tonight, man, and then we're gonna get to Godspeed. What's up, Stephen?
Yes, sir. One of the hottest teams in the league, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Not as good as your Knicks right now, but I'm good, man. Talk to me. What you liking today?
Yeah, man. It's a huge game tonight. You're right when you said this is going to be like a slower paced game. And no disrespect to the T-Wolves. They're a very good team, great defense. What I found disrespectful is Julius Randle at 19.5. I'm never going to wake up and ever say, hey, you know what I want to do today? Bet on Julius Randle's points. But 19.5 is ridiculous. Now, I know the recent stretch is against like some of the worst front lines and the worst defenses and the fastest paces in the NBA. But basically, he's over in his last 7 games. And I just look at like what Julius Randle did against Karl Towns. Like 4 games in the last 2 years, over 20 in all 4, shooting 56%. And this is the same front line that let Dario Saric have a good game, Wembanyama have a good game. And just on a capping motivation sense, like on a deeper level, Julius Randle's the dude who was born in the NBA at the foot of Kobe Bryant. The dude practices like Kobe Bryant, talks about holding his teammates accountable like Kobe Bryant. You don't think Julius Randle's going to want to go at the dude who's been in every freaking trade rumor with him for the last 2 years, and for the last month, all there's been is, will the Knicks trade Karl Towns for Julius Randle? They're literally going against each other. The line's 19.5. Like, I don't like betting Julius Randle points, but for something as crazy as that, when he's fried this guy, he fried the Wolves last year for 57 and 31 points. Now Karl Towns, who's like not exactly Rodman, like now he's going to stop him after all these games. Like, I got to see that one. So I like that one a lot. I also went with Jaden McDaniels points. That's my play today for this game. 9.5 points. He's over this one, 6 of the last 7, and the one he didn't get. Him and Warriors got at it. But I really like this box. He kind of profiles as like that bouncy, juicy, small forward, athletic wing who could get into the paint on the Knicks. I think RJ is going to struggle with him. And I also like Karl Towns 2.5 assists. He's done it basically every time versus the Knicks. And I think he's in a spot where this Knicks defense, they tend to give up assists to bigs. So I'm just following the math on that one. We're that one just always tends to happen when we play. And those are my 3 favorites in the game. So one more. I really like Conley to make 2 threes because he stands at the spot where we leave all the time. That elbow to corner spot, 2 threes for Conley. Heck, I like Naz Reid off the bench for 2 threes. It's plus 155, but I've been on this hot streak of calling the guy off the bench to hit the 3. So I think it's Naz Reid. He's in the corner. He's going to be matched up against Harden, seen a lot. The Knicks bigs just do not travel out to that three-point line very well. They go under in screens, like we've said a million times. So just to recap real quick, love Julius Randle's points. I can't believe I'm saying that. Jaden McDaniels points like that, and Conley and Nas Reed each to hit 2 threes. I think that's about to happen too.
Hey, that's an excellent breakdown of the game, first and foremost, as always, Stephen. But also, like I think the Nas Reed plays makes a lot of sense. Like you said, we've been calling that out for a while, and Nas gonna get him up for sure. That's what he does. He plays better at home. Y'all could be in a bit of a fatigue spot as well. What's your cap on the total, Stephen? Before I let you go, you think the game goes under, or you think it goes over?
Yeah, like I defer to you on this one because I think you're way better on these things. I think the game goes under, like you're saying. I don't think it's going to be as much of a slugfest as people think it is because the Wolves do have like stretches where they have mental lapses on defense. But if I had to pick a side, I would lean towards that under, especially on like as you said, like last day before the Knicks go home. Like we'll see. It should be a really good game though because like these are two really good teams.
Yeah. Okay. Now I like it. Always respect your takes. Appreciate you, Stephen. Hope you cash tonight, my brother. Absolutely, bro. Always. Let's go, Godspeed. And then we'll keep it moving. What's up, Godspeed? Talk to me.
What's good, bro?
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. It's National Jason Tatum Day, man.
Oh, word. Let me find out. Okay. What Tatum doing tonight, man?
Straight to it, man. Jason Tatum, he released a video and he was talking to some kids at camp, and he was saying how he don't take no days off no matter what. If it's a Monday, facing the Charlotte Hornets.
He did say that. He did. I remember that video. Today is that Monday where he facing them.
So it's a popular play, man. I'm on Jason Tatum full ladder. I took his points in 26 and a half, took his 35. I skipped the 30. I took 26 and a half, 35, and 40. Versus the Hornets, he owns them as well. Like, it's crazy that he said that. But when you look at his game, like he dropped 41, 51, 33, 35, 44. Then he had a couple of like iffy games with 19 and 12, but then back to business with 41 and 35 points. So I heard I think the Hornets, like it's a real thing. If the game stays close, he's gonna go off. So I'm with Jason Tatum. And just one more play. I'm back in my cash cow, man. Bobby Portis versus the Washington Wizards. Bobby Portis, he's averaging 15 points in his last 5 games. He averaged 15 points versus the Wizards last season. They backup center this season is Danilo Gallinari. He is not a fucking center. He's a small forward. But the Wizards give up the second most points to the center position. And versus them last season, which shit passed beyond last season, he got Bobby Portis with 19 points, 17, 19 points, 11, 17, 13, 13, and 14. I pivoted to his points over his rebounds because his numbers have been a little bit lower than last season. So I took him for the points, and he's blowout proof as well. And a quick promo, I reached 14,000 followers on Twitter. So I'm running a promo for my Dub Club. Chris, big shouts out to you. I've been in your spaces for speaking for over a year, but I believe I've been here almost 2 years. So big shouts out to you because when I come in here, I'm always gaining some traction, and it's free game. You know, you don't got to do this for nobody. So you always give me the opportunity to speak. So appreciate you, Chris. To give back to the community, I'm giving out all my plays for free in my Dub Club. You go to my profile. They're going to be free all week, giving back to the people and just saying thanks to y'all. But good luck tonight.
My God. Appreciate that, Godspeed. For sure, bro. Appreciate you, man, for the sharp looks, too. My God. All right, let's go. So I like the Tatum. I forgot about the Charlotte Hornets on a Monday on the second leg of a back-to-back. You know, nobody going to be – well, people going to be there, but they're going to be there to play him. So love that look. Definitely remember that interview as well. Appreciate Godspeed for coming up and sharing that look as well. Let's go Jays. I know Jays was up last week. I want to say he gave out a winner. So let's see what he got. And we'll get up a couple more people as well, and then we'll get up out of here. Jays, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Chris?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. Just a couple plays I wanted to give out. My plays of the day are I'm also on Jaden McDaniels over his 9.5 points. I think that's a great look. He's actually cleared that in 4 of the last 5 games, and the one he didn't was when he got ejected 2 minutes into the game. So I love that play. My other play of the day is Alex Caruso, 10-plus points. It's plus 210 on FanDuel. He has covered that line in 5 straight games. So I love that play. 2 other guys that their lines I think are a little low is Bilal Coulibaly. His line is still at 7.5. And there was one more player at 7.5. I can't quite remember. But I love those 3 plays today. Always love the spaces, Chris. Appreciate you having me up to speak.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jace. Appreciate you as well, bro. Best of luck tonight. And I hope you get some cash, my brother. Definitely hope you get some cash. Let me get low up real quick. And then cash out. I'm going to get you up as well. And then we're going to get up out of here. Oh, no. I see you as well, Mook. I'll get you up too, Mook. And then we'll get up out of here. Low, if you can hear me, the floor is yours. Then we'll go cash out. We'll go Mook. And then we'll get up out of here. What's up? What's up, Low?
Hey, Chris, what's up? Shout out to my guy Godspeed, man. It's a big accomplishment right there, with his following and stuff like that. So definitely want to give my man his flowers on that.
That's a fact.
Good work, dog.
Uh-huh.
Definitely just started following him. I see he followed me back, so I appreciate the love. Definitely going to continue to support. So, Chris, I think the last time I was up on the space with you on Friday, I think I gave out Jokic to go under his, I think it was his PRA, which had happened on that Friday. So I'm giving you guys another player prop tonight that I like that I think you can take to the bank in cash. It does have a good trend on it. I heard you earlier, Chris, saying that you like, good trends that kind of support the play. So here's the play. Giannis to go over 16.5 rebounds and assists. He eats versus the Wizards. I did see a trend where it said that in the last 8 games versus the Wizards, he has averaged 21.6 rebounds plus assists. So he absolutely owns the Wizards. He eats a lot versus the Wizards, particularly to the rebounds and assists. So I know that one is on DK at minus 118. So yeah, it's my play for the community, Chris. Giannis over 16.5 rebounds plus assists.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Lo, I think I might get there with you on that too. I was looking at his rebounds, but to add the assists in, especially when you know you're gonna get the double teams, I think it does kind of make sense. Like I said, the only thing that's scary about this one is the blowout. Looking through his game log, last year he did get the triple double. He had 11 rebounds and 10 assists, so he cashed that easily. 9 and 13 the game before that, that's 22. 10 and 7 the game before that, that's 17. 15 and 11 the game before that, that's 26. 18 and 5 before that, that's 23. And I could keep going on and on and on. But that's a hell of a call by you, Lo. Appreciate you sharing that look, bro. I like that one a lot. Giannis over 16.5 points plus. I'm sorry, rebounds plus assists. Shout out to Lo for that one if it cashes. Or when it cashes. We'll say that. All right. Cash out. It looked like you got reprimanded. You got pushed back down. So let me see if I can get Mook up. My guy Dream here. Got to talk to Dream. See what the blunt money best for the day are. But yeah, Dream, talk to me. You up? What's going on, my guy?
Oh shit, man! What's the vibe?
What up, bro? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
You call me quicker than hold on.
Nah, do your thing, Dream. You breaking up just a little bit. You breaking up just a little bit. You breaking up just a little bit. So yeah, go do your thing and then just request back up when you're ready.
All right, my boy.
Okay. All right, let's go. Mook, what's going on? Talk to me.
What's going on? You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I was coming up for the Jason Tatum shit, but I heard my man already put that out there.
You on his points?
Yeah, but in that story from the summertime, I remember that story with the kids, but I was also saying I don't fuck with Jordan Poole. He been trash all year, but he everybody been on here going crazy and hoping and praying he break out that game. But Milwaukee is his hometown, so that's one thing I just wanted to throw out there. So he might show up today and Milwaukee trash against the point guards, but he is going home, so I don't know what he's going to do, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay. No, I appreciate you shouting that out for sure. Appreciate you, Mook. Best of luck tonight, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Let's get Gigi up real quick. Cash out. I'm gonna try to get you back up, and then we getting up off here. Gigi, can you hear me?
Yeah. I got you. Now, I wanted to piggyback on old boy on that Jason Tatum play, but I want to sprinkle a little bit of sauce on there and have that combo. Tatum assist and LaMelo Ball assist, 12.5. It was at 12. Got taken off, got put back up at 12.5. That's just still a good play. Tatum's points and assists. He's gonna just tear shit up today. Give me a second. Give me a second. So I'm a rock personally with that combo. 12.5, 12. I got it at 12. I'm probably gonna double up and get that 12.5. They're like ranked 29th, Charlotte in assist allowed to the small forward, power forward position. Boston, I mean, they're ranking good. They're ranking third, but I feel like Ball's gonna eat and Ball's gonna do his thing. I mean, they do got Bridges back, so that expands Miles back. It opens up a lot more for him to pass the ball, and if old boy can stay healthy, that rookie, he's gonna rock. He's gonna do his thing. So that's my thing. That combo, Ball Tatum combo assist at 12. Now it's at 12.5. I'll still take it. That should still look good. But yeah, that's my thing right there going forward.
Okay, and I like that. I think that's a pretty good look for tonight, man. Best of luck, bro. I appreciate you sharing it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me. Shit's my first time finding you.
My God, I appreciate it.
I came up like that.
Yeah. I typically don't let a lot of new people go up for real. But I always try to, just if you're doing good work, I like to let people showcase it. So I appreciate you sharing the look, bro.
Get that money tonight, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Best of luck. All right, let's go. Guys, be still up. Dream, if you can record, if you free, definitely pop back up. So I'm gonna finalize my card real quick because I haven't given out any plays that I'm officially on yet. 170 people still watching on YouTube. I'm not sure how many still in the space. But let's do this. So what I had on my short list this morning when I first woke up, I'll go through that real quick and tell you guys what I'm probably gonna end up playing out of there because these lines haven't moved a lot, thankfully. Because if I was gonna play some, I probably should have played it already. I typically don't put plays in this late. So Washington team total was the first thing I had on my list. That number was 117.5, and I like the under there. This is super sneaky look because I think most people think that this game is gonna be high scoring, but like I said, the Wizards haven't scored 118 points in one home game this season. So I don't know if I'm gonna get there, but that's still on my short list. I am gonna play the Knicks in the Timberwolves to go under 213.5 though. So real quick, and this is what I always talk about when I talk about odds jam. I am going to look at total points and just looking at the screen, and it looks like the best number I can get is actually 215.5. A lot of people probably don't have access to that because it's on Unibet, but a lot of people have 214.5. Bet Rivers, if you have Bet Rivers, also has a 215, and that line is minus 112 on both of those books. Unibet, Bet Rivers has 215 is what I'm gonna play that number at. So Minnesota and New York under 215 will be the number that I'm gonna play it at on Bet Rivers. As soon as I finish the show in a couple minutes. The next play I had on my short list was Miami on the money line. I do think Miami's the right side in this game. Right now, Miami best number you can get for them on the money line is also on Bet Rivers. Shout out to Bet Rivers. I love Bet Rivers. Miami on the money line is a minus 110. And I am going to take them to bounce back in this spot. So Miami money line, minus 110 on Bet Rivers as well will be my second play of the day. Also on that short list, I had Miami, Chicago under 211.5. So total points. I'm sorry, I had it under 211. I think the total did drop. I probably won't get invested there, even though I do think it's the right play. I don't want to put too many unders in. And that total did drop down to 209.5. It looks like on every book that I have access to. So yeah, I'll stay off of that one. So far we got Minnesota, New York to go under 215. And then I'm gonna take Miami on the money line at minus 110. The Clippers team total. I'm gonna put a little something on the Clippers team total. Give me a half unit on the Clippers team total to go over. Let me see what I can get the best number right now for the Clippers. What sportsbook it is gonna be on? FanDuel minus 114. Clippers team total over 119.5. FanDuel Clippers team total over 119.5. Half unit. I'm going half unit there, just so you know. The first two plays will be for unders. I'm always going half unit until I get hot. So half unit for me on the Minnesota, New York under 215. Half unit on the Clippers team total go over 119.5. And then Miami money line. I'm gonna go 1.1 unit on that to win 1 unit on Bet Rivers on the money line because I got a minus 110. So I'm just writing these down. The last play I had on the short list was Houston and Golden State under 221.5. That is gone, I think. I think that total went down. It's 219.5. So I'm not gonna get invested there because I don't want to take the number 2 points lower. The things that I wrote down today that I'm interested in. So those 3 plays I will be putting in immediately so the lines don't drop too much more. The plays that I'm interested in that since we've been talking today, especially with Jaden Duren being out, I like Denver in the first half. Their first half point spread is 4.5 on Bet Rivers, but it's only on Bet Rivers is a 4.5. I do think the 5 should be good money though. I do like Denver in the first half on the spread. 4.5 is minus 121 on Unibet. Is minus 121 on Bet Rivers, but everywhere else has 5.5. I think 5.5 should be good money too. I really, really do. So give me Denver first half minus the 4.5. If you guys want to buy a point, you can. I'm not playing the 5.5. I'm just be honest with you guys. I'll lay the juice minus 121 on Bet Rivers. It's my first time actually doing this. If this works, I might do it again. If not, I'll probably give out plays for tomorrow tonight. Honestly, after I got the card. All right, so that's that. I also wrote down Bam over his points plus rebounds. I really like that line a lot, and I am going to play that. Bam points plus rebounds. That number is, I'll tell you guys in 1 second. And y'all give me some feedback. Give me some thumbs up if y'all like this part about the show. Give me some feedback if y'all don't want me to do this again. Let me know. So Bam points plus rebounds is 32.5. On DraftKings is plus 100. I will be putting a half unit on that. I don't really like the card enough to go too crazy tonight. So I got 1, 2, 3. I got a unit. I got 2.5 units out pretty much. I don't got that much. I don't like the card enough to go super crazy. Also, what I had on the list was Sabonis under his points. Shout out to Munaf. This was a Munaf look that he actually shared with me. So I want to look at this a little bit deeper. But I like the look a lot. Sabonis to go under. He's never gone over, according to Munaf. For people who don't know, Munaf is one of my partners on one of the shows that I do with Sports Gambling Network, Podcast Network. So I trust him at his word for that. Sabonis to go under his points prop in that Pelicans game. Let me see what I can get the best number at. Sabonis under 21.5 is, it's juice. You can get the under 21.5 on FanDuel at minus 118. I'm playing that as well. I love that it's juice to the under. Sabonis under 21.5 points. Minus 118 on FanDuel. 0.5 unit there. And that's it. I really do like the Giannis rebounds plus assists. I won't get there on that. I also like Joker to go over his rebounds. We've been cashing on Joker to go over his rebounds. I think we didn't play that. We didn't cash on that 2 or 3 times in a row. I stayed off of it last night because he was in a pretty bad matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're one of the better rebounding teams in the league, so I stayed off there. But without Jalen Duren there, I think the Detroit Pistons going to be a pretty poor rebounding team. So I like Joker to go over his rebounds as well, but I didn't quite get there yet. Giannis over his rebounds plus assists that Lowe gave out, and then Tatum to go over his points that Godspeed gave out. Dream, I see your hand, my brother. You got the floor. What's up?
Yeah, I was trying to change my face to a black channel. I'm like, what's up? What's the vibes, man?
What up, Dream? Talk to me, man. What's going on, bro? How you been doing, man? I feel like I ain't talked to you in a minute.
Nah, man, I'm sorry, man. That's and I was just telling my guys, I said, yo, Wednesday morning, I'm gonna be here bright and early just so I can get Chris back on the show, man. This YouTube shit and like really trying to be a capper this year. This shit is killing me, man.
Yeah, hey, bro, it's a lot to go into it, Dream. It's a lot, bro. I got respect for everybody that do this on a daily basis, man, for sure.
But I got a couple plays for the game. And a couple of these spots were spoken on already, so I'll get to the first one. Alex Caruso, 10 points, and Reggie Jackson, 3 threes. This is a plus 12 on FanDuel. So Caruso, I'm sure somebody spoke about this, but I'm pretty sure he's over. He's double digits, 10 points his last 5 games. A lot of that has to do with the 3-ball. So I couldn't talk you off just playing his threes as well. I think he's over that 4 straight games. But Reggie Jackson, again, I'm very popular play tonight. I'm on his 20 points plus 700. Gave that out this morning. But his 3 threes is interesting. So he's played them 6 times. He's played Detroit 6 times. He's had 3 threes 4 of those 6 times. So I'll take Reggie Jackson 3 threes and Caruso 10 points. That's a plus 12. And then a 3-legger, that's like a plus 750 or something like that. The Bucks money line. Alex Caruso under 3 rebounds. He's under that 5 of his last 7. And Drew Holiday, 15 rebounds plus assists. So that's an alt assist line. And you want to take that at FanDuel. And the reasoning behind that, like I said, Caruso under 3 rebounds and 5 of 7. And Drew Holiday, in 2 games this season without Derek White, he's had 11 rebounds and 6 assists. And 9 rebounds and 10 assists. So we got a high-paced game against Charlotte, who definitely going to be shooting a bunch of threes. Is it Charlotte? I'll always be – yeah, they got Charlotte. I'll still be thinking of Milwaukee sometimes. Going to have a high-paced game. Bunch of threes going to be shot. Bunch of shots going to be taken. Bunch of possessions, and if this game is relatively close, I think he flies over this. I also think he's a triple-double threat tonight. So that's what I'm on. Drew Holiday, 15 rebounds plus assists. Parlay that with Caruso, under 3 rebounds, and the Bucks money line, that's 700. And Caruso, 10 points, and Reggie Jackson, 3 threes, plus 1,200. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, Jen. You got some good spots, bro. You definitely got some good spots. I like those a lot. I might have to sprinkle on Reggie Jackson too, because I kind of just talked him up. I haven't been on Twitter all day, but that makes a lot of sense. So I didn't know everybody was on him, but it makes a lot of sense. He's in a very advantageous spot, Jen.
Me neither. I thought I was nice. Plus money.
Yeah.
Follow around the community, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we all gonna look like geniuses, or we're gonna all look like idiots. And this is plenty of games tomorrow for us to look like geniuses again, even if we look like idiots tonight, man. So, I always tell people, don't go too crazy, man. It's a long season. You want to manage your units appropriately. The plays that I talked about, y'all getting them before my members. I know a couple members in the chat. Like I said, I didn't send out one single play all day, but these, I kind of wanted to finalize the card while I was on here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 plays that I'm on tonight, and I post them at the bottom over on YouTube. I'll say them one more time for you guys that are listening in on Twitter. If you are listening in, definitely hit the like button for me, man. They definitely appreciate it. And, just helps with the algorithm to get more people in here, more people tapped in, more people wanting to share their looks, more people that are interested. So official look plays for me, and I'm putting these in right now because I'm about to get off the show. Miami, New York, under 215. I got that number on Bet Rivers, half unit. Minnesota and New York, under 215. That number is on Bet Rivers at half a unit. I would play the 214.5. I think the 214.5 is still good money. Miami on the money line, minus 110 at Bet Rivers. That's a 1.1 unit play. It's actually the biggest play I got so far tonight to win 1 unit. I do think that they bounce back in a pretty good way after, letting that last game slip. The Clippers team total, I'm taking it over 119.5. I faded at San Antonio Spurs defense. Denver first half, -4.5, -121 on Bet Rivers. I'm taking that as well. I don't want to play the 5.5, but I think they should be winning by 10 points at the end of the first half. Bam points and rebounds over 32.5 plus 100 on DraftKings. I know that number probably matriculated up, but I think Bam has the best game of everybody that's in that game today. He has the best matchup against Vucevic as well. And then last but not least, a bonus. I'm gonna play him under his 21.5 points at -118 on FanDuel. Third game in 4 nights, second leg of a back-to-back, fourth game in 6 nights. With travel, all on the road. And he's not playing against a team that doesn't have a dominant big man. So shout out to Munaf for pointing that one out. And let's get some cash, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Best of luck tonight on all your action. We will be back tomorrow. Real quickly before I hit the button to get off of here, let me just check. I want to see what the schedule. I haven't looked ahead to tomorrow. Oh, great. We only got 5 games tomorrow. That's amazing. Yes. Okay. All right. So best of luck tonight. Let's get some cash. Hit the like button for me on your way out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.